Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Tim's Teaching Tips. In this video, we'll talk about story elements. 4 very important elements that make for a great story. Those 4 elements are characters, setting, problem, and solution. So let's take a closer look at each of these and see how you can help your child identify the character, setting, problem, and solution and write about them in their own stories. First story element we'll talk about are characters. Characters, of course, are central to understanding a story. Characters may be real people or they may be animals. I have some examples of different types of characters that your child might encounter in a story. They might be a child, could be an adult, it could be a fantasy story involving a prince or princess. It could be animals who take on human characteristics. Another component of identifying the character will be talking about the qualities that character exhibits. If they're kind, if they are greedy, if they are mischievous. So you want to talk about all those kinds of things with your child. Make sure they identify the main character and all of the characters within the story. We want children to be able to identify the setting of a story. The setting could be a desert. It could be at the circus. It could be in the backyard of someone's home. Remember also that a setting can change. It can move from one place to another place. As children are writing their own stories, they would want to be able to describe the setting in terms of what the setting looks like, maybe some of the particular sounds that will be associated with that setting, what it smells like, what it feels like to be in that particular place. If it's very cold or it's very humid and hot, all of those things would make for a rich story. The introduction of a problem is probably what hooks the reader the most. We're anxious to find out what is going to happen with the characters involved in this problem situation. So a good problem is going to hook the reader, and then we're going to be looking to find the solution. So in the process of reading the story, we want to help children to identify the problem, and sometimes there could be more than one. There's usually going to be one major situation, but there could perhaps be a few others involved in the story. Some examples, like there might be a child who's sick, or someone gets hurt, someone is lost, someone is feeling sad for a particular reason. Maybe you're trying to find a lost item. And then ultimately, we're going to look to find the solution, how the problem gets solved. So maybe the child is able to go to the doctor, and over time they get better. Maybe they find the lost item. All of those parts of the story are really critical to maintaining the reader's interest. So when your child is creating their own story, they're going to want to think carefully about creating a problem that's going to hook the reader, and then ultimately working towards solving that problem.